It's the guy G-Holy repping G-Holy.com, and you know I had to come through and show Fifth some love, man. Fifth is a legendary, spitter in the game, pause, no freaky. Yeah, so I'm gonna just take y'all back a little bit, right? To the first times, I was hearing about 50 Cent coming up and, this, that, and the third. I ain't gonna focus too much on Get Rich or Die Tryin'. Like, kind of like the before, right? I'm not sure if I heard How to Ride first. I think I saw 50 on mixtapes before How to Ride. That's the only part that's blurry to me. Because, like, when I heard How to Ride, I felt like I knew who 50 Cent was. I don't know. I could be bugging because How to Ride was super early. How to Ride was like 98, 99. So it might have been How to Ride. I don't know. Either way, I remember 50 from the mixtapes, right? This when DJ Clue was the Smack DVD of mixtapes, and K Slay, no disrespect, Long Live Slay, was like the RBE of mixtapes. You get what I'm saying? So I remember before, I actually saw 50 on Clue tapes before Slay tapes. It's just that, and Cut Master C too. Cut Master C used to show 50 love. I remember Clue, he used to put him like 18, 19 on the joint. That ain't no good. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you remember mixtape days, but if you 18th and 19th, man, you might as well not even be on it. You know what I'm saying? That's like when he was messing with, I remember DJ Envy started to mess with Clue, and Clue Clue was still active. So he used to put some of DJ Envy guys on his own tapes. You know what I mean? Coke and News and all them dudes. They used to be number 23. You get what I'm saying? If Clue got you at 23, it's like, you all right, but we trying to figure you out. You know what I mean? So I remember 50 was like number 23 on Clues. But then he started being like number 3 on Slays. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, hold up. It's the same guy. I remember specifically the original Life's on the Line being a high up record on K Slay, one of K Slay mixtapes. And Life's on the Line, all the bonus tracks that ended up being on Get Rich or Die Tryin'. So it's Life's on the Line. What is the other one? My watch talk for me. I let my watch talk for me. My whip talk. But no, he had a song with that same hook before he put it on Get Rich or Die Tryin'. Not that one. Oh, no, you know what? That is Life's on the Line. So what's the other record? There was another Not Like Me. If you get shot and run to the cops, you're not like me. You ain't got no work on the block. You're not like... So, Not Like Me and whatchamacallit was circulating at the same time on mixtapes. Not Like Me and Life's on the Line. You know what I mean? And then, here comes Shady. Matter of fact, no, I'm lying. Then here come the mixtapes. The mixtapes start circulating around 01, late 01 or something like that. So I actually moved to LA. So now I'm not getting my regular mixtapes from my mixtape guy, and I'm mad because I'm hearing about G-Unit. You get what I'm saying? Next thing I know, dog, G-Unit mixtapes was all over LA. All over LA. See, like, my 50 Cent experience, as far as the Get Rich or Die Tryin' times, come from being in LA. Yo, listen, 50 had LA on smash. I never seen, yo, listen, I was about to cuss. If somebody, we monetizing, baby, we monetizing. If somebody tell you that 50 mixtapes wasn't worldwide or wasn't at least nationwide, if they try to tell you his mixtape run was a local thing, remind them of something. 50 Cent went on tour off of mixtapes. LA was flooded with 50 Cent mixtapes. I was happy because I'm like, hey, you come to LA, it's like they got a little different music, you know what I mean? Or they late on music, or they trying to push their own artists, you know what I mean? Shady Shice, and you know what I'm saying? Mac 10 was still active, and Dub C, and this one and that one, you know what I mean? All the new LA cast, or like they got their own little culture. So it's like, I like these dudes, they fine, pause, but I want the East Coast, you know what I mean? So when they start selling them 50 Cent mixtapes, and I'm talking about, they'll walk up to you. It's not like you gotta find it. Somebody will walk up. This how, no, I be trying to explain 50 Buzz to people and they don't get it. Somebody will walk up to you and ask you if you want a G-Unit mixtape. Like weed. Like they selling weed. They're so confident that this mixtape is going to move. They'll ask you if you want to buy it. You don't even have to ask them. 50 was huge in LA before Get Rich or Die Tryin'. When Get Rich or Die Tryin' dropped, I was still in LA when Get Rich or Die Tryin' dropped. Oh man, it was the gospel. It was the gospel. It's all you heard in the streets. All you heard I'm talking about 24/7. You know, LA, one of them places that, you know, they value their systems. You know what I mean? Like old New York, like the car systems. Like, so they coming through, they playing, you gonna hear it. It ain't like they playing it, you know what I mean? Windows up, low. No, they coming through on 10-inch chrome, hitting switches. You get what I'm saying? What up, blood? What up, cuz? What up, blood? What? All you heard, like, you know what I'm saying? And that came from the mixtapes. Like, if he wasn't so hot in LA on the, like, the mixtapes just circulating, he wouldn't have had that impact with the album. You get what I'm saying? So, like, I also remember, like, stepping back a few steps. Wankster. You know what I mean? Like, the impact of Wankster. Like, Wankster was a real confusing time for 50 because people was trying to figure out why Wankster was so big. Like, why was it such a huge record? Also, it's underrated how much Wankster was a mixtape record. Like, I know they made it a single and, you know, it was on 8 Mile soundtrack, but Wankster did well on mixtapes. So, really was a mixtape record that they turned into a single for 50 as a setup single. You know what I mean? Like, before In the Club or whatever that was. As a matter of fact, yo, Wankster didn't even end up being on Get Rich or Die Tryin'. Nope, I don't think it made it. Just to go through a few records, Get Rich or Die Tryin', you know what I mean, that still live today. What Up Gangsta, if that was the intro, I was telling somebody the other day, if What Up Gangsta was an intro and not the 50 Cent coin dropping, What Up Gangsta would be a better intro than Meek Mill intro. Think about it. What's a better song? Meek Mill intro or What Up Gangsta? If it wouldn't have had that 6-second intro of the coin just dropping, and you just would have just turned your CD or whatever it was at the time on, and it just would have been like boom, 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 it would have been the greatest intro of all time. It would have been like it's only Jay-Z Dynasty intro, Meek Mill, and it would have been that. But unfortunately, that wasn't the intro. Songs that stick out to me, of course, him and Eminem, they had a moment. They had a moment on Patiently Waiting. You know what I mean? Many Men was a thing. Man, My Watch Talk for Me. If I Can. Heat is, yo, shout out to Dre. Dre ain't never made a beat like that. Like, it's just different. Heat is just a different type of beat. That, it make you want to get violent. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a violence-inducing beat. 21 Questions, another standout. You know what I'm saying? PIMP didn't age that well, but, you know, initially when you heard it, it's like, this is different. You know what I mean? Because 50 was covering the board. I Get High All the Time. That beat is crazy too. What's the joint? Not I Get High All the Time. The Back Down. It's easy to see when you look at me. If you look closely, 50 don't back down. Everywhere I go, both coasts with toes. East side, west side, I'll hold that Mac down. And the only gripe I had with 50 on Get Rich or Die Tryin' around that time, and I don't have that gripe no more, it's like 50 was just representing the East Coast, and I felt like his appeal was too nationwide. You know what I mean? As an East Coast guy back down, it's kind of like, you kind of not making East Coast music. You know what I mean? Like, I like my East Coast music to be East Coast. I wanted 50 Cent album to sound like Mobb Deep album, but that ain't who he was, and that ain't who he never was. You get what I'm saying? So can't be mad at him. But you know, if I'm putting 50 Cent, if I'm putting Get Rich or Die Tryin' versus the infamous, I don't know. Get Rich may have a long day. You know what I'm saying? If I'm putting Get Rich versus even like Tribe or something like that, you know what I mean? You may have it's some people who don't feel like Get Rich or Die Tryin' was a classic musically. They feel like Get Rich or Die Tryin' was like a cultural classic, they say. I disagree. I think it's also a musical classic. I think the songs are so airtight, you can't not call it a classic. Like, it's clearly a classic. Like, come on. It's a classic album. Like, we're not debating that. What's debatable is if The Massacre is better than Get Rich. Don't jump out your seat so much. I'm gonna do a video on that. Is The Massacre actually better than Get Rich? I say this. The best tracks on The Massacre, I might like more than the best tracks on Get Rich. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. It's the guy Gioli repping Gioli.com, man. Shout out to 50, 20 years. It's unbelievable. He got to drop some music this year. Slept on 50 Cent albums before I self-destruct. War Angel LP is classic. Come on, man. Come on, man. It's fifth. Like, we got to celebrate. Pop a bottle, wear a vest, work out, get the tank top, pull your G units out. Pause. That sounded crazy. Pull your G units. That's sound. I don't know what that's a semi-pause. Get what I'm saying? Pull your bandanas out. You feel me? Just act husky for no reason, man. It's fifth day. Let's get it.